The first way that an alpha or a dog mother says, hey, stop what you're doing, is the look. This video shows you what that look looks like, and then we'll go through it and explain it so you have a better understanding.
Jack just told the two of them to knock it off. Jack's my grandson. He's the top dog. Top male dog here. Jack.
So as the video starts, I make a tiss noise to correct Illy, the pit bull, and Oreo, the black and white dog, the way they were playing, because Ellie was over Oreo. And then I saw that Jack and Jesse were also correcting them, so then I just left Jack to it because he's the alpha, and this is what happened. So as we start here, you see that Jack just steps right on Oreo's head right there, slides across it, okay, and then leans back and sits down. So the first rule with dominant dogs especially is you cannot enter my personal space, you can't touch me without my permission or acceptance. And that's the main reason why so many people get bit every year, because they're trying to touch a dog without that dog's permission or acceptance. And if it's a very dominant dog, they're going to snap at you, nip you, or bite you to tell you not to. They're not fearful. They're very confident, saying, leave me alone. But if I'm your alpha, or if I'm your dog mother, then I can touch you without your permission or acceptance, because I might need to correct you, I might need to protect you, or I might want to just give you affection. So that's why Oreo and Ellie aren't saying anything to Jack for him going into their personal space, but part of what Jack is correcting through this video is them entering his personal space, touching him while they're playing. And all Jack is saying is, you guys can play, but you just can't touch me. The other thing that Jack is correcting in this video is Oreo's dominance, that black and white dog. So that dog was from Korea. He's an apex alpha. He was very dominant. He injured a number of dogs, including one dog that needed some surgery. So he spent about a year here learning to socialize properly, play properly, and to be respectful. So this is all part of that, learning from other dogs. The Rottweiler is Jessie. She's one of the dog mothers here. So she's like Jack's wife. Okay. So as we go forward, Jack is sensing them touching him. So he's turning toward to look. You see underneath there, you see Oreo's head come up right there. And that's because just with that look, Oreo stops and looks at Jack. Okay? And in that moment, you look at Jesse, the Rottweiler. As Jack starts to turn his head back, because they're just about to listen, Jesse's turning her head in. And they're kind of going at it again. It's hard to see. I know they're behind Jack. But you see Jack turns to look at them again. And that's again to say, knock it off. And then you see Jessie now, the mother, she's moving in, because you see they're going right back at it again. But if you see right there, you see how Jack did a double take right there? And then a little bit of a blink? And that's because he sees that Jessie is going in now to deal with it. So he just ignores the situation and starts talking to me. Now, watch here, the black and white dog. Oreo, look at his mouth. Look at him coming in. He sees that Jack's not looking. He sees Jack's not watching. So he's taking advantage of that to be more dominant towards Ellie. Right there. You see? See? And then right there, that's where he moves quick. Right there. Towards Jessie. And that's him talking back to Jessie. Because he's not listening to her. In that split second, watch Jack now. Jack senses what Oreo just did, talking back. And right there you see Jack curls his lip. And you'll see in this video, the only time that Jack curled his lip when he was correcting Oreo was when Oreo was disrespectful to Jessie. All the times that Jack corrected Ellie, even when Oreo was far more dominant in his action towards Ellie, Jack didn't curl his lip. And this is because Jack is saying, you have to listen to Jessie. She's the mom. And as soon as Jack turns that head and curls that lip, you see Oreo stops and looks right at Jack. And Jack is meaning business, so he turns his body in towards Jessie to say, hey, I mean it. Okay? So right there. Now, a second that that Oreo turns the head here and Jack turns, look at Jessie, the Rottweiler. She starts licking Jack's back. And that's Jessie thanking Jack for, backing her up. He wasn't standing up for her, he was backing her up. And say, you got to listen to the mother too. So, a lot going on in a split second here. So, as you see Jack turn his head to now focus on Jessie, okay, go back to Oreo. Oreo sees Jack turn his head, no longer focus, and look what he does. Puts his paw right over Ellie. Look at that mouth. He's like, I'm meaning business. Look at that. This is very dominant, not allowed at all. Now, this putting the paw over and pinning, okay? This is where we have so many dog trainers out there that think it's all about dominance, and they say you're supposed to force your dog down and pin your dog. They're all wrong. I'm telling you guys, they're all completely friggin' wrong. You never force your dog or pin your dog. Only unbalanced dominant dogs like Oreo do this. Balanced dogs like my Jack never force and pin a dog. They touch the neck to ask the dog to go on its side, and then they stand over the dog. They're not pinning it. So this behavior is totally unacceptable. And of course, because of that, now Jack senses what's going on, right? It's all about the projection of energy. So he turns and looks, and you see Oreo, look at that face right there. And Oreo sees Jack. Look at the head turning. He sees Jack coming. Oh, shit, Dad's looking. See, he stops right away. And Jack was meaning business with that look. Now, you see how they both lick at the exact same time. This is what a lot of dog trainers call the appeasement lick. There's no such thing. This is called a lick of understanding. This is Jack saying thank you to Oreo for understanding what he said, and Oreo saying, yeah, okay, I understand what you're saying. But Jack now, you see, he keeps looking because Oreo still has his paw on Ellie. Ellie right there is trying to get up. You see that paw, but Oreo is still pushing down. Jack keeps looking at him. A little bit of a mouth thing there. And then Oreo looks up, sees that Jack is still looking at him, and takes his paw away to let Ellie up. And there's another lick right there, the lick of understanding. See? And then as soon as Ellie comes up, Jack blinks, turns his head, comes back to me, just starts talking like nothing happened. See? As Jack starts to walk away, Oreo goes underneath. Jack looks at him to say again, hey, respect my personal space. This beautiful little dog on the left here is Coda. He's the pack nurse. He's also an alpha dog. So now we got Ellie and Oreo going at it again. Now you see Ellie's mouth here? So she's not innocent in all this. She's part of it too, right? It's not just all Oreo, because she's an alpha as well. Now right there, you see how Ellie hit Jack's leg and knocked his leg off the bed. And there it got knocked off again. So you would think that that might be why Jack is correcting here. But watch Oreo's right there. Oreo bit Ellie right there. That's what Jack is sensing. See? Split second. That is not allowed. You're not allowed to nip or bite or hold on. So again, that's serious. Jack looks and turns in. Oreo doesn't see him look. See? Comes up and goes back down. The leg is blocking it, so Oreo doesn't see Jack looking. And right there, that's where Oreo sees that Jack is looking, but Ellie doesn't see that Jack is looking. So Oreo stops. Look at Ellie's mouth. Look at those canines. Mouth is full open because she doesn't see Jack looking, so she keeps going. There's the lick of understanding from Oreo right there. And then right there is where Ellie finally sees that Jack is looking to say, hey, knock it off. So Jack is looking at Ellie, correcting her. She looks back at Jack, looks at Oreo. Oreo's not doing nothing. There's the lick of understanding from Ellie. Gets up to come forward, another lick of understanding, and then she nuzzles Jack. And then Jack looks underneath at Oreo because Oreo was the one that was being way more dominant here because he bit Ellie. So Jack is paying more focus to Oreo. And then there's the lick of understanding from Oreo underneath the front legs there. And now because Oreo is turning his head to the other side of Jack's body, the correction's not finished. Jack turns his head quick over to the other side. And as he does, you just see for a split second that he starts off as a lick, but as soon as Jack starts to look at him, he challenges Jack right there. You see the front teeth? Kind of a snarl. He's challenging Jack. And then Jack just starts to walk away. All done. All over. Okay? All right. So they're still going at it. Jack saying hello to me again. Comes back over and sits down. And now Jessie, his wife, comes over. And then the two of them just start talking to me. I love it. Okay? So now we'll watch the video again in normal speed and see how quickly all these conversations took place.
Jack just told the two of them to knock it off. Jack's my grandson. He's the top dog. Top male dog here, aren't you, Jack?